Day, following a 2-week closure, following a circular by Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha issued on Saturday, August the 13th, directing schools to remain closed until the August 18th due to the elections. Yet, even as the country awaits, uncertainty still abounds, with stakeholders now warning that any further disruption of the learning calendar may interfere with the March normalization of the school calendar in January of next year, as Shadrach Committee now reports.
Ruto William Samoei.
Despite IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati announcing presidential elections results, much still needs to be done to ensure learning resumes fully. Ahead of the polls on August 9th, Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha ordered all learning institutions closed for nearly 2 weeks to allow for voting. And with schools now set to reopen on Thursday, August 18th, the RFES education calendar could still be disrupted. Already, the IEBC has announced that the Mombasa and Kakamega counties governors' elections, which were suspended due to ballot paper mix-up, will be held on August 23rd. Other by-elections set for the same day are elections for members of parliament for Pokot South, Rongai and Kacheliba constituencies. Schools are traditionally used as polling and tallying centers. A Gazette notice by the IEBC indicated that about 250 schools had been listed as tallying centers. Teachers and other stakeholders say such scenarios are a threat to an already disrupted and congested school calendar.
Any further delay would mean, one, we may not be able to get the students ready for the exams in December, and we may also end up delaying the transition.
It means that what must be done going forward is that the school calendar must be comprehensively be revised, so that we know very well that when the students go back, they will not be compelled to have compressed study time, so that they meet the deadline of this year's exams.
In case Raila Odinga challenges William Ruto's win at the Supreme Court, he has 7 days to do so, which is until August 23rd. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court will have 14 days to determine the issues raised by the petitioner, which may run to September 6th. If the court upholds Ruto's win, he will be sworn in on September 13th, which will spare schools another disruption. However, in the event the Supreme Court nullifies the elections as it happened in 2017, IEBC will have 90 days to hold another election by November, the same time grade 6 and other candidates will be preparing for national exams.
Going by experience, I know by this time, despite the crash program, many schools have already prepared their children ready. Mostly they have started on the revision. And that revision period is the most important in preparing a candidate class. So if we delay further, maybe the minister may need to call a stakeholders meeting to discuss further whether we will be ready to sit the exams in December, or because of further delay, we may not be able.
According to the revised school calendar, second term has only 10 weeks, which is meant to end on September 16th, 2022. Yet, 2 weeks have already been eaten away thanks to general elections. Meanwhile, that term, which is the final term of the crash school program, will run from September 26th to November 25th, after which national examinations will commence. Schools closed for nearly 9 months during COVID-19 pandemic, completely disrupting the academic calendar. According to the government projections and the Minister of Education plan, the calendar is supposed to be normalized by January next year. However, there are fears any further disruptions and school closures may interfere with the set timelines. Shadrach Committee, KTN News.
Now, little is known about Sambod Sub Kamagut location in the county of Uasin Gishu, where President-elect William Samoei Ruto was born 56